so much fishing stuff. Hello, welcome. You guys notice anything different? I'm wearing glasses.
Wow.
Pretty sweet, huh? Some gear to be given away to you guys very soon, so stay tuned for that. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that came across me the other day because I was forgetting a few things while I went fishing, and that would be 5 essential steelhead items. So 5 items or 5 things that are essential to steelhead fishing, whether it be fall, winter, spring, doesn't matter. I think these are 5 essentials that you always need steelhead fishing, and they'll always come in handy. None of these are in any particular order. These are just my thoughts of what I think is the most important things when it comes to steelheading. Besides your rod, reel, and waders, I'm just going to assume that you guys have those already, that you use those. These are other things that I think are absolute essentials for when it comes to steelhead fishing. So without further ado, we're not going to mess around. We're going to hop right into it. Number 1, the very first thing that I cannot go steelhead fishing without, pair of pliers. Hemostats or pliers are really good for multiple reasons. One reason being that it keeps your hands from getting very cold and cut up when you are trying to unhook your fish. This makes it easier to pop the hook out. It's better for you. It's better for the fish safety as well. Number 2, putting on split shots. I personally never did it. I always use hemostats from day one, but I got friends. They would put split shot in their mouth and bite down on it and put the lead in their mouth, which is like super gross. They still do it to this day, and just not for me. Use hemostats, so don't use your teeth. It's not good for them. Number 2, the second thing on my list when it comes to steelhead fishing essentials is a pair of snips or cutters. The reason that these are so good is because these can cut lines so simply, and you can snip your tag ends really tight. If you're an experienced steelhead fisherman, you may know that if you leave tag ends, especially long ones, on your line, you can get line twists and make your bait, 1, look very unnatural when it goes through the water, and 2, it's going to twist the hell out of your line and make it a lot harder to cast and manage. So your dentist will thank you. That way you don't have to be using your teeth to cut them anymore. You just shouldn't be doing it. So this is probably the easiest way to get around that. Plus, if you get in any situations where you get a hook stuck in your clothing, you can actually use these to cut the hook out if you get super deep stuck in your clothing. Number 3 on my essentials to steelhead fishing list is going to be these guys.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses are great for 2 things. Definitely when it's sunny out, it'll help you, 1, take the glare off of the water, so it makes it a little bit easier to see, and 2, it actually protects your eyes. For say if you set the hook and there's nothing on there and your stuff comes flying back at you, split shot, your float, whatever it may be, this will protect your eyes just in case it does go towards your face. You don't have to worry about anything going in your eyes. As well as wearing polarized sunglasses in particular will help you see the bottom of the river a lot better, let's say in a clear situation. When crossing the river, especially for me, I'm a very short guy, I'm 5'6".
That's kind of small.
Yeah, sucks. When I cross the river, I have to be extremely careful and making sure I can see where I'm going, because if I step into an extremely deep hole, there's a good chance that I could go under. Sunglasses are my number 3 absolute must when it comes to steelhead fishing. Number 4 is rain gear. Now, rain gear, especially Gore-Tex rain gear. Gore-Tex has saved my life thousands upon thousands of times. Gore-Tex is a membrane that is breathable but blocks out water and wind, so it's waterproof and it's wind resistant as well. Invest in yourself in a very good jacket. Reason number 1, it rains a lot when you steelhead fish. That's inevitable. Some of my best days fishing have been when it's been raining, and the last thing you want to do is leave because your jacket or your sweater is soaked. Reason number 2, it cuts wind. Some of my best days steelhead fishing have been on the most windy days as well, and wind, especially when you get wet, can cut through and make you freezing cold to the bone very quickly. So you want something that's going to protect you from the elements, and a Gore-Tex jacket will do that. 3, these things have so many pockets in them. I mean, I could hide a child in these, honestly. Like, there's so much room in these jackets, and it helps with your storage as well. Say if your pack's a little bit full, or if you need to carry an extra couple things, or say your essentials on you, then you can put those in those little pockets. That way you have all this extra storage as well if needed. Gore-Tex if you can get it, Gore-Tex preferable, but get yourself a good rain jacket. And finally, to round things out, 4 or 5 essential steelhead items is going to be variety. It's a very broad statement, but variety of baits. There are lots of guys that like to just use row and row only, which sometimes it works, but a lot of the times it doesn't work by itself. These beads, plastics, they're not going to bite the same thing every single day, and if they do, that's great, but the odds of them doing that are not the greatest, so it's always good to have variety. Sometimes they're picky, especially when the water's clear. You may need something a little bit more natural, and if the water's dirty, you may need something bigger so that way they can see it. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to steelhead fishing, and you want to be prepared for as many as you can. Have a bunch of different tactics and have a bunch of different options, so that way you're not stuck with one option, especially if it's not working. It's gonna suck. There you go, everybody. That rounds out our 5 essential steelhead items, fishing items, or steelhead essentials, whatever you want to call it. Those are our top 5. That is my personal top 5, what I think is your most necessary things to carry, besides, you know, your tackle and all that sort of stuff. These are little tidbits that I've found over the years that I needed, and these are things maybe that don't come to everyone's mind first, but over the years that I've been fishing, I found that these are the top 5 things that I think that I need when it comes to fishing in order to have a good day, in order to have a long-lasting fishing day, to be comfortable while doing it. That way I know I have all my gear and I know it's gonna work for me. And if your top 5 doesn't line up with mine, comment below what you guys think your top 5 is for your steelhead essentials and see how it compares. Maybe it'll be the same, maybe it'll be a couple things different, maybe the whole thing will be different. Maybe all you need, your list is just bags or whatever it may be. Bonus. This is going to be a bonus one. This is one that I absolutely hate, but I love at the same time, is a net. I can't tell you the amount of times where I've packed my net in my truck, open it, get all my stuff ready, go, and I look at the net before I go, and I go, don't need you. And then you hook a fish, and then the first thing I think of is, wow, I kind of wish I had the net right now, to be completely honest. So bonus tip number 6 is a net. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, subscribe. I got lots of cool stuff coming. We got lots more fishing videos, some how-tos as well. If you guys have any suggestions for how-tos as well, leave them in the comments below. Maybe I can get to it and help you guys out. Hit the like button, share it with a friend, all the fun stuff, blah, 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 blah. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, stay freshies. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.